Okay, we're at the end of March now, and we want to check the used vehicle sales. It's not even, we don't need something quite that big. In fact, I think this is one that, oh, it's not, that would, I mean, obviously it has the truck, but it's not an articulated one, which are the ones I don't like. But hopefully we can find ones that are just a bit bigger than what we have. But there's that. And we can see what there is available. Not a whole lot. I mean, there's weeding right next door, so I guess we'll grab that. And there's cultivating. The sowing and still vegetables. Yeah. That actually will probably pick up next month or tomorrow. But well, actually, now that we've looked at the sales and stuff, we can get our field. So we could. Oh, that's actually a lot more than I was thinking it would be because I didn't realize it was coming with that. But I think we're going with this, even if there is other ones we could afford, which I don't know, maybe there isn't any. And that one's almost there. But that will we even get some extra room around it, but it will be enough that we now have a field. We do have a decent start towards. Oh, do I have that? Yep, I did. Yeah. Messed with the. I forget what they're even called. The part that turns the trigger into a button instead of a pressure. So it's not a pedal anymore. So you can't go full speed. So it doesn't push you can't push the trigger all the way down. But this should actually be super quick. This is not a big field. Ooh, but we do have a new. Okay, we still want two because we need to be able to turn. Even though I guess we don't really need to be able to turn if it's only going to be one. But still, if we only put one headland, then we will have to be able to turn on the multiple insides. But there was the update, so we can see how this automatic what was it called? Braking at the end? We just turned it on, but I forgot the name of it already. Yeah, I think you'd still want to go a little further, but it is better better safe than sorry, because normally that would be a thing where, you know, if you do overshoot on the last line and then head off into a ditch, not the greatest. Okay, I think we just have to go across this edge now, and then we'll be done with weeding this field. The awkward bush in there, but that would be easy to get rid of if you care to, if you owned this field. There we go, contract finished. I'm actually going to just turn that off for now. We were going to get our money. Do we have things here? Oh, it's going to take forever to get these down if we want to do it without getting a low loader, which we do. Apparently okay, this I think we had to buy specific seeds for, right? Let's go to the race. Let's go repair this and then come back. If we're going to drive there, but we could also put fertilizer on it. Obviously wouldn't be the cheap fertilizer because it's solid, so I couldn't do concentrate. But anyway, let's repair, which we shouldn't have to remember, but we're 726, just in case. 726. Haha, I did. Obviously the patch came out since the last time I played. So I just wanted to, I know that that was something mentioned in the patch notes, but wanted to make sure. So I don't have to be doing that anymore. That's exciting. Okay, So if it's I'm just trying to decide if I want to get solid fertilizer or not. I think we just stick to using our sprayer. Or yeah. Okay, so this is not going to be super quick, but it's going to be a lot quicker than it will with the harvester. We're obviously not going to be planting. It's not time for it. Just figured we would get these down there and see if there's enough room without taking out trees to put in a like a open shed. Nothing major, just probably try to drive on the, oh, I wouldn't say even the shoulder. There's not enough of a shoulder to drive on. But off the side of the road as much as possible. Oh, it does have a light. So I don't think that there's enough room for a shed before I take out trees. So maybe right here. We're not gonna place anything down, but I want to see what we have available. I know there's sheep. That's look actually way bigger than I would need. And it's actually not too bad. It's I mean, I'd rather have something open or more open than that, but that would work. I don't know if I really have anything small and open. It's probably the closest to small and open, and that's 40 something thousand when we have and that would definitely fit here without having to take trees out. Well, we'll have to see about the harvester, but I don't think that that would be a problem to get both of those. I really, maybe I look at more sheds because I really want something more open. Something more like that, but with a lot less material, you know. And I know that there are things on the mod hub for that. I actually thought there was things in the base game that were better for that, but let's look at getting this there too. This also will need to be repaired. And will take even longer to get there, to get anywhere. Okay, let's see. This is 1,500. Okay, so we have our both of our self-propelled rice equipment down here. And we've gone to the mod hub, so we do have there's more options for sheds where we should. There was, well, I'll probably get rid of a lot of them, but there was a lot. That's that's a possibility, except I would want to probably, no, we could put it back here. That'd be fine. We'd want it back a bit anyway. So that one's pretty good. It's a little bigger than we need, but this is actually probably the winner though. Very cheap, and we just need something small. This could actually work a little bit better, especially if I can. It does not look like I can change it. Are these just different options? I think that's just different options. Okay, that's a lot bigger than... Okay, that is just a color, an actual... Well, I mean, it looks like the poles are a different color. I was worried when I saw white, though. But yeah, okay, that just happens to be its default. Okay, is that the end of the ones we downloaded? I think it is. I will likely get rid of a lot of them, but see which ones. Okay, that's a little bit bigger than we need. This one I think I want to get rid of just because it's just clogging it with the fact that instead of making it so you choose like different colors or something, you just have different colors to choose from, if that makes sense. So bigger than we need. What one were we looking at? This one is real good if we want to go with the brick. This is also this just gives us a little more space. But this actually should be totally fine. We don't need that much space. I think it would be nice if we can also get the Bowser in, but I'm pretty sure barrel. I'm pretty sure this could fit all three things without a problem. And that if we want to go with brick, this is That must be the smallest of them. Yeah, so this is also real nice if we want to go with, well, mostly wood, obviously the thing, but, yeah. I think we'll probably go with the brick. It's a small little thing to put our rice equipment in. Won't even have to take out trees, obviously. Yeah. We don't actually want to place it yet though, because we want to make sure that if there is a problem, we can reverse it without having to do like the save game backup. Such. We don't want it too far from the field, but we also don't want it too close either. We want to be able to get in and out without, running over crop or something. I think that's actually probably fine. Want to make sure we can fit more equipment in here. And how that's the purpose of putting something down here. Yeah. What is so I don't know what I'm doing that was making reversing so awkward. And this is what I was a bit worried about. But I think it's fine. A little small, but not small enough that it isn't okay. If I put it in a little diagonal, if it would look better. I don't think it looks better. It is definitely a little awkward that it's just short enough to almost be awkward. But I think it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And I think we'll even be able to get the barrel in here. Not that it's a big deal. If it's not, if it couldn't. But these things are things that we wouldn't want to be bringing all over the map, and if we do really want to expand our rice in the future, there is plenty of other rice fields around. Like there's these 4, and I think 10 is also a rice field. So there is other ones as well, but this looks like it is. Got the lump. So there is 4 other fields right close to there to expand into if I really want to make more rice and still not have to travel all throughout the entire map. But there we go. We can now go into here and turn back on autosave. And it's we still do want a big, that we don't really have too many options. I think we will grab this cultivating, which is a bit of a hike, but yeah. Yeah, we'll still want a big shed up at our normal farmyard area. But that little shed I knew wasn't going to cost that much. Cool. Well, we'll at least get rid of the Polish shed pack. Well, we might get rid of more. I downloaded quite a few shed packs. Here we are. And of course we don't have lines because we didn't have this connected. That looks like it will be fine. And this is a much, well, obviously it's a much closer implement to the tractor, seeing how it's actually on the thing. Oh, am I on? Yeah. I forgot that we haven't really played with this since the update to this mod that gave it the option of having shallow cultivation. Not really a big deal for, well, definitely not a big deal for contracts. It's only slightly a big deal for me because, well, deep cultivation leaves stones, but does mean that I would only need the weeder if I want to take care of weeds after they started growing versus the shallow. But it actually, I guess, doesn't matter for this at all because it will count for the percent. So we're going to go without putting stones. Not that it matters because they will just go away. But yeah, without it being a a trailed implement, and that means having it automatically stop actually does make it stop when we want it to stop, unlike the weeder that's trailed so far behind that it stops way before we would want it to stop. Or at least it does on the up and down. We have finished the up and down rows, and we can do the two headlines. I don't remember how much we're getting for this, but it will be the last we're doing for March. Starting to get dark. Kind of looks cool with the overlap there. Yeah, I guess I didn't go quite far enough on all of the rows. Not really a big deal for this, but three, two, one, and done. There was a few spots like this that I could have done a little bit better. But there is that field done. And we can save. And then go get our money, which is 5.8 thousand. I just figured I'd look. But that was all we'd really get done today. We're going to just chuck this. I knew there wouldn't be much different because, well, we did chuck it this morning, but I figured I'd chuck one more time, but that would be that's just weird looking. Just not expecting to see a bus trying to pass on a 2-lane road. But yeah, that is it for March. And we can get into doing the first thing with our own field when we get into April tomorrow.